Okay, hi everyone. Here is a video which I'm a bit confused about because it looks like the RAW files aren't as good as the JPEG files. What I did, I was doing a photo shoot for the Runners magazine Runner's World, and I had to get a picture of a lady who was trying to beat her her PB of like 4 hours for a marathon. And I was taking the photos in both JPEG and in RAW, usually so I can go through the JPEG nice and quickly, and then I'll go, right, which ones I select, and then I'll take the RAW version of those pictures and use them for editing. But I've noticed something strange, which it looks like the RAW files aren't as good as the JPEG. Now, what I'll show you here is the lighting on the lady is absolutely fine. I'm not a problem with that. What it is, my flash was just off to the right here. As you can see, that's it blown out. Now this is the JPEG image, which is meant to have less quality in it. If I show you the RAW file, which is right beside, there's this. I don't know what has happened. This is the RAW. If I show you down here, look, well, actually I've changed it to DNG, but I've also saved it in case it was something wrong with DNG as a RAW file as well. And this is RAF, which is the Fuji version of it. But it's giving me this kind of green thing going on there. I thought, is it kind of overblown, underblown? But wherever I change the light, this thing, or if I do recovery, look, it goes from yellow to green. And all these other things. And if I go darker, there's a bit of blue in it. It's just, I have no idea what it is. It shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't have this strong yellow artifact which is coming up from the light, especially when the JPEG was giving me such a beautiful haze from the light, which is what I would have wanted it to be if I actually wanted it in the image. Have any of you had this problem? I'd really like to know. I'm going to open it up in GIMP as well to see what happens there. I'll open up the RAW file. And here it is, this is the RAF. So it's 24 megabytes inside. Now, here in GIMP, it's completely different. It's still kind of giving off a green tinge, but it's not quite as bad as the Lightroom. Let's see if I can move them so they're side by side. So Lightroom there. You can notice there's a total color difference and a brightness difference as well. This is before I've done any editing to both of them. So I'll click OK. So that's definitely something to pay attention to whenever you're editing your photos. Whichever software you initially bring it in on is going to have some effect on the picture. So there, if we look at the picture of the RAW from the Fuji and RAW in Lightroom and the RAW in GIMP, look at the difference there. GIMP's looking a lot better. Adobe Lightroom is not looking too good there. However, the GIMP is looking a lot darker, and if we look at kind of her herself, let's see. Okay, so Adobe Lightroom automatically always adds in its own kind of little bits of settings there. If we were to bring contrast down and brightness down, it would probably look a lot more the same. But definitely for editing anything, I'm going to edit it in Lightroom, which is just annoying. It seems like it's just screwed up pretty badly here. Have any of you had this situation as well, where the RAW has not been as good as the JPEG? And if so, have you found any workabouts around it, and is there any way you can fix it at all? So far I've tried light fill, that doesn't do anything. Recovery, that gives it a different colour. Pushing the exposure up or down doesn't really help whatsoever. Denoise, what would that do? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so yeah, need your help, guys. Tell me what should be done. Cheers, bye.